lizard, 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 lizard.
This is a clip I'm sure most have seen by now. This little lizard started making the rounds a few months back, and its online usage has skyrocketed, as posts utilizing it have brought in millions of views and likes throughout generally short-form content. I've even seen him in some sponsored advertisements on those apps, and that's a legal gray area that I do have to at least question. Another reason you may know this guy is his appearance after the credits of Pixar's latest release, Elio, where this footage initially surfaced, as it's a teaser to Pixar's next release, Hoppers. As we know from the box office though, not too many people saw this in theaters, and those that did had a good chance of missing this little teaser since it was a post credit. We still haven't got a high quality version of this lizard, who has been revealed to be named Tom, and despite Hoppers getting a new teaser trailer that shows off some main characters and plot lines, there was no Tom in sight. And even though this is just a cam rip quality, posts of this guy haven't really declined. It is just a very brand-friendly meme that has been used in all sorts of ways. And honestly, I don't even get his inclusion in a lot of them, but that doesn't negate his potential to bring audiences in come next March. And since I've been following box office trends and how things like social media trends have impacted the marketing of these tentpoles, I thought I'd take a look in what this could mean for Hoppers. Firstly, I'd be remiss not to mention the current status of Pixar's box office. I'm in this space, I see the doom and gloom upon a new Pixar original. It happened with Elemental and Elio, and unfortunately only one of those was able to turn things around. Every time we see a box office underperformance, the internet is quick to jump in saying it's the end of original films coming from Pixar, but I can't imagine that ever occurring, especially looking at what is feasible long term. Though there is without a doubt a precedent for increased sequel output at the moment, and so far they've been delivering handsome returns. Without a doubt, Disney and Pixar want their films to make money, if not to just be a successful business, but also to introduce these new characters into every nook and cranny of the company. Being that the characters they make are entirely new to a point where the brand and the name Pixar is supposed to do a lot of the heavy lifting marketing-wise, they've just been finding increased difficulties when it comes to advertising. And within these recent times, they've been criticized a lot for mismarketing, though the way I see it, you have to leave some of the story outside of the trailers and spots. But a lot of recent movies have gone on to have major hauls at the domestic box office, specifically when they have marketing that targets Gen Z and even Gen Alpha. A lot of that, like Tom from Hoppers, has primarily been through short-form content. Your TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and whatnot. With how quickly the space moves, you may have forgotten some, so I'll try to refresh a little. Earlier this year, we had a Minecraft movie which exceeded essentially all expectations when it comes to box office. And a lot of that comes down to people wanting to post their social media reactions to a few scenes, mainly Chicken Jockey. Barbenheimer was a big trend. This was a little more than short form content, but Barbie got a heavier serving on that front. A lot of people would dress up, and similarly the year before that, a lot of high school, maybe college age viewers would dress up in suits for the Gentle Minion trend for Minions: The Rise of Gru. A few things of note here. As mentioned, the space moves quickly, so by March, there's a good chance that this isn't even remotely popular as an internet trend. I feel it's already wavered off a bit, though it could definitely make a resurgence. Also, I can't see a world where people are destroying theaters over this little guy, not because I don't see Hoppers as successful or people won't show up. Minecraft just draws in a specific crowd, and unfortunately the movies that go viral in this way typically have a built-in audience through IP. I feel that despite theater owners being, to say the least, displeased by the disrespectful audiences at Minecraft, movie studios want this kind of virality behind their movies, even if it is them essentially making fun of the product, because they really are just out there to get money. I honestly think this was a motivator in the way Paramount cut their Smurfs and SpongeBob movie trailers this year. The idea of these tokens of cultural relevancy having been planted hasn't been lost on me. I don't think Disney has been putting money out for Tom to be everywhere now, but this is essentially how they tried marketing Elemental with one of Claude's only scenes, if you remember back when they had those fake audience reactions. I could see them trying this again with Tom, though it would be a bit more fitting, and he, at the very least, should have a more substantial role and the actual makings of a cult following. I think he'll be a pretty useful tool since the marketing team has something they can try to hold on to, and it'll bring more eyes towards the project now, and since he wasn't in the first teaser, hopefully they can make it a little more natural and not overdo it. We've started to see some merchandise trickle out online with some book covers which feature Tom, who we know to be a prominent character at this point. And on the apparel side, it seems the consumer goods division has been reactive to the popularity of the character, as a few shirts have been revealed that only feature Tom. And from these shirts, it seems like his official name will be Tom Lizard. I'm going to go out on a limb and say these were not designed to be released more than a couple months ago, and it seems like they whipped out some new renders just to feature here. This is an indication that at least whatever probably minimal merchandise created for this film has a good chance of featuring Tom. And I also feel like the official trailer will do the same. My guess is that it'll probably come out next month with Zootopia 2. And to have a new trailer featuring a super popular reptile for a sequel to a popular film which now features reptiles, I feel like it lines up all too perfectly. As a side note, I am a little worried about the positioning of these two animal-centric animated films from Disney coming so close. And Sony Picture Animation's GOAT releasing even closer to Hoppers doesn't help. While Tom is an undeniably recognizable face to many, at this point more than Mabel, the film's protagonist, him showing up in a trailer or on a poster doesn't necessarily mean anything to the average moviegoer. I'm sure a few people will be surprised to see him resurface in a new way next year, but I think it means more to the film that a character has this intrinsic value for whatever reason already. And while we know this probably means that Disney will milk him for as much as they see fit, it should hopefully mean that the audiences will see a reason to catch this movie upon release. I do wish that there was more to talk about for this. We haven't got too much footage on Hoppers. We haven't got too many details. We don't even know who's voicing him, if anybody. Hopefully we get some answers and a new trailer next month, unless Pixar only wants to give one to Toy Story 5. If it's not clear, I'm hoping for the success of Hoppers as a big Pixar fan, but also just a big fan of animation in general. And executives don't need extra excuses to cut original animation, as we've now very clearly seen the outcomes of audiences not resonating with the marketing of some films. They might go a similar route for marketing Hoppers as they have for the past few Pixar releases, because the difficulty in marketing originals is apparent. But a Tom-centric pivot could be in the cards, and that's a marketing tactic you'd expect to see from the likes of Illumination or maybe DreamWorks. I am really excited to see how they go about it though, because we know with these shirts, they aren't just going to try to brush it off. I'm going to pass the question to the audience now though. What do you think of Tom Lizard, if you even have any opinion on him now? If you aren't excited for Hoppers, do you think he can move the needle or not? Thank you for watching as always. I appreciate you all for making it all the way to the end. I hope to see you in the next video. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future as well. Goodbye.